brewers. Got another batch going on here. This time I'm going to do what's called underletting. Never done this before, but everyone does it and they love it. Grains inside here, so it kind of saves a bucket. Just had to, scale it up. I did it right here on the counter and then just dumped it right in. Kind of saves up some dust kicking up and stuff. Hot liquor tank's right here. We're not quite yet at the strike temperature. We're at 65, and they usually allow about 2 degrees. It's a little warmer, so it's at 67. I'm shooting for, because it's cold today, I'm shooting for 75 today. And so underletting, what's going to happen right now, it's already getting prepared. It's going through the plate, keeping the plate hot, so when I start recirculating, it'll be hot instantly. So I'm circulating it. So all I'm going to do is the return pipe that's circulating it right here, I'm just going to disconnect that and then connect it to the outlet of the mash tun, and then what that'll do is force the water through the false bottom and then build it up. Supposedly, minimizing dough balls and stuff too. So we'll see how that goes when I get it started. But today's really fun thing is this bad boy. I used it and had a great time. It's a flow meter. It does have the capabilities of switching on the valve on and off, but those valves are actually kind of expensive. This is really cheap. They get them from China. I can't remember exactly how much, but eBay sells them and free shipping, and it comes with the sensor, which I have all right here. And I just put these quick hoses because I'm not going to put boiling water through it. I'm just most of them run through it at 60 degrees, which is coming out. Going through the tube will not be. It'll be 56 or so. So well within the specs. These I think say they can handle up to 70 without warping. Once you get about that, then it starts warping. I had one warp at about 90 degrees, so not a good idea. But I did it. I turned it on since I don't have the ability to turn off the valve. Someday I'll buy it. Probably the next purchase, maybe in the summertime. And all you do is you simply set how much water you want, like 18.5 liters, and then hit run, and it turns the valve on, lets the water run through it, and it shuts the valve off instantly within probably I think something like 10 milliliters. So there's my wort. I did let it settle out too much, but I'll shake it up. It should be enough. T58, been using it, been liking it, the taste of it. And so I'll continue filming this. I'll put some videos together. But anyways, I'm waiting for the strike temperature. We're still not moving. The element's on. And it looks hot. Let me see if the element, I can't really tell because of the water former if the element's actually kicking on. It was increasing quite a bit. And then it seems to kind of stall out a bit. But anyways, we'll get it up to temperature. I'd love to have put on the gas, but one time I did that and the cord is a little bit too close in the back there, and it got a little bit singed a little bit. I was watching, I didn't just leave it alone. And the flame was just a little too close to that wire. I gotta get a case that goes over to metal one, not a plastic one. So if I do put it on the burner just to get a boost, I won't worry about the wires in the back. I have found a company that sells the copper for the coil, but I don't know, I'm having super great success with this chill plate in reverse, using it as a hot plate. So I'm gonna try that. If it, the only time I had it stick wasn't because I was, doing a HERMS system using a chill plate. The only time I had it stick was when I was chilling the wort. I didn't use my hop spider. I just threw the hops into it because I thought I'd whirlpool it. I had a new whirlpool system, and it still sucked up a lot of junk and plugged up my plate. But that wasn't because of the HERMS system. That was because of people think about grain getting it, but recirculation actually comes out really clear. And when I start with, I dump a lot out, like vorloffing, into buckets quite a bit till it's completely clear, minimizing any particles and stuff too. So I doubt that even causes any issues. And besides that, when I clean it, I go reverse. Besides that, when we're using it for the HERMS system, I'm actually doing the wort out going in, so I'm reversing it. So what happens when I go to chill it, that first running should push the grain or any other excess out the first way, the exit way into the first bucket, because I don't want to put that in my fermenter or recirculate, because it's probably just junk that's been collected inside there. So anyways, I'll continue putting this video on, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, I've started it. I might have to shut off the video real quick. we're not quite at 75, but it's heating as it's pumping out. So we're gonna not have much drop in there. It's coming in, it's going through. All I did was take off the pipe, shut the valve off first so I don't blow any water, leaving the pump running because it's magnetic. So it won't hurt it. Turn it off as long as it's the stop end, not the choke end. You don't want to choke a pump. But anyways, here it comes. You can see just coming over here. This is supposed to, eliminate dough balls and such. So, you can see. Oh, this is actually really cool. Yeah, the water's coming up to the top. And there you go. Yeah, underletting is what it's called. So I'm gonna mash this in now. Spend about 10 minutes getting it all mixed up. As you can see, it's growing quite a bit. 17, I think there's 17 liters that's supposed to be pumping inside here, but again, there's a little gap at the bottom, so I'm not going to get it all in there. I'm going to actually turn off the element now because it should be coming. Yeah, it was just about getting uncovered there, and I don't want that. So this is going to get really close because this mash tun gets, it doesn't hold much. About 22 is about tops on it and stuff too. So anyways, it looks like I got a dry pump here. I'll get back to you. Well, we're 10 minutes into the timer started. I started the timer when it hit about 63 degrees. So it's ramped up there. Now the PID is trying to learn its way to try to maintain what temperature we have set 66.8, so it's overshot it by a degree, which is not too terribly bad because you lose some here. However, it is measuring it right at the source, but unfortunately the first couple brews with PIDs take some time for it to learn. What it's doing is it knows the speed of ramping up. When it goes up too fast, then it shuts down the power. This is the output power. It's only at 12%, 46% now. So it's trying to when it drops down 1-2 points, it's basically programming itself to say that's kind of a drop, so I got to maintain a little bit of energy inside there. So PIDs, when they learn this stuff, it takes internally it's learning. Basically, it's programming itself that over a limited amount of time, this kind of elements fires this much rate and stuff too. So anyways, it's gone long. It took me about 25-30 minutes because what I did is I dumped all the water from the HLT into here, underletting, and therefore it was empty. When I put the water in, it was only like 56 degrees, 57 degrees, because you lose some through the tubings, and then it took a long time to ramp that up, especially through the coils and everything else. So it probably would have been better to mash out, underlet, let it sit, stir it up, kind of a protein rest, fill up, and then instead of going through the whole system, the plate chiller and everything else, I probably should have just recirculated quickly and just put the element straight into the wall socket at 100%, and just got the temperature up quicker that way. I kind of fiddled with it and was trying to keep the plates hot so when the wort goes through it, but because it's heat exchange, it won't take more than a second to transfer the heat across, even if the plates are cool. So that was kind of my dumb thinking, because water wasn't flowing through it when I was filling this up and heating it up. I was stirring it and stuff too, so basically it was just trying to heat up air and losing some of its temperature and stuff too, so it wasn't a very smart idea. So I'll continue on with this, 47 more minutes. A little bit concerned about the speed at which is going through here. It is blowing out. You can see it coming through that tube here. I did put a final silicone tube inside there. Let me put this down and see if I can pull this up a little bit. It's just trickling out there. It's really hot, but it is leaking out there, so it's kind of distributing it in two places, which is kind of nice. I'll put down there. It's really hot and tastes wonderful. So there that is. I'll get it in once I'm done. There is 18 liters in there, which took it right up to the top of this. I don't have a valve yet. I need to have a shut-off valve so I can take it all the way up and not worry about it spilling out and stuff. But it definitely is too small of a hot liquor tank for this. These are 30. This is going to be a 30 liter batch. And this thing can go 50 liters right here, so it's a good 60 or more could easily fit inside there. So this isn't, the boil pot's not going to be a problem. The hot liquor tank is going to be a problem because I'm supposed to sparge out with 28. I got 18, so that's 10 liters shy inside there. So, you know, but I can't use this. I might use this to put 10 liters in, get it up to strike temperature 75 to probably even 80 just to be safe. And then probably dump it and store it in that little spaghetti thing temporarily because I'm going to need to pump the wort into there and then start filling back in the water inside there. So, you know, it's kind of a jimmy rig thing. I'm going to have to really think about it later. You know, maybe have to get a second bigger pot for this. The mash pot I don't really worry about too much. It's, you know, you saw where it is. I could put a little more, I could do heavier beer. And not have too much of an issue inside there. So, okay, I'll film some more. Well, there we are. Put in some additions in here. This is only going to be, it's kind of like a Pilsner German thing. So I have a nugget for the bittering at 60 minutes, and then at 10 minutes I put in some Saz, I think 20 grams, and then 20 grams at a Whirlpool. So I put it in there. I had to make this little hook thing because my hop spider didn't quite make it. Look at that protein stuff. That's probably from the wheat that was put inside there. But it's coagulating in the center pretty well. Don't know how much is going to come through, but it's pumping through. Now that I have my adapter to the sink, they sell these at any Home Depot places or home centers. They're like 800 yen for that little plastic piece. But it makes it well worth it because I don't have to run the hoses all the way back where the washing machine is. I collect the water up to one full bucket. Yeah, used for rinsing and washing. Kind of saves you some money and stuff too. If you're going to do a double batch, you can actually save that water as a full brew and use it for the next brew. Heard people use that too. I don't have any place to store it though. So, but I use it to rinse, so I'm not, you know, wasting too much. This is a lot better because the pressure is a lot different. That's at the washing machine side right there. That's unregulated, so it comes out at full power. So you have to have quite a bit of valves to be able to stop that, and that's what this valve was right here. It can stop the pressure, but don't really need it too much. I can control now by the water here. Keep it at the right temperature. I'm a little bit warm. I'm around 20, 28. 28 and a half, 29. So it's gonna take some time to cool down just a tad bit. The way to do that is either slow it down or you can speed up the water a tad bit. So, you know, increasing that water speed. Sorry, it's really dirty sink. We'll be able to drop the temperature because it's, you know, it's pushing colder water through. And that temperature now is starting to climb down. Now you can see it turning into blue. But again, it starts using a lot of water, so you got to be careful with that. Hopefully I can get, I was planning on getting 30. It did show 30, but this pot, because of the distance right here, is about a 5-6 liter loss because it's such a big pot. I mean, it's sitting on almost all 3 rings, half of the other ring, but sitting on 2. So it's a big pot. It'll hold, you know, like I said, 57 up to 70. I only have lined to the 50, but it'll go right up the top to 70, and so that's very good. So anyways, brew done. Just recirculating. Then afterwards, what I'll do is I got this pot full of hot water and OxyClean in it. It's not very good for aluminum, but it will pull off the stains real quickly. But it's really good for stainless. So once that's done, I'll connect all the tubes, reversing it back into the pot and let it soak with that about 20 liters of OxyClean water inside there. Okay, thanks guys, and brew on.